Looking out that window, it is another beautiful day in the neighborhood, and we are going to reintroduce to you in a few John Lacy, writer and producer of Rosebud Lane. He's in from L.A. today, so looking forward to that interview. Now, leading up into that, let's go ahead and feature Gypsy and Me. That is Mike Moore and Cassandra Zarate, who composed the soundtrack for the film. Now, here's the theme song from Rosebud Lane, Sweet as It Gets.
I can never get you out my mind. After all of these years, it's like we just stood still in time. At the end of each bottle and at the bottom of each glass, there was you. There was you. Looking back at me, telling me I was the fool. I'm the fool who knew I'd see you again, and it would feel the same as it did. I would never have guessed that this role would have led me to this. It's as sweet as the first time, the last time's as sweet as it gets. I couldn't get myself to stay. It's all a blur from the whiskey that clouded my brain. Who knew I'd see you again, and it would feel the same as it did. I would never have guessed that this road would have led me to this. It's as sweet as the first time, and the last time's as sweet as it gets. But now that life brought you back, it's like I've got a second chance to undo my regrets. If I could just have this day. It did. I'd never have guessed that this road would have led me to this. It's as sweet as the first time, and the last time's as sweet as it gets.
Sweet as It Gets with Gypsy and Me. Now, it is sweet as it gets in White Squirrel Radio Studios this afternoon. We have got with us John Lacy, writer and producer of Rosebud Lane. Good afternoon.
Good morning, Terina. How are you?
I am wonderful today. Now, you are generally living in California, so it's still morning out there, right?
Well, but I've been on the road for about a month now. This particular leg promoting the film and some acting work has brought me to the East Coast for the better part of the last month, so it feels like I've been gone a long time.
Yeah.
But, good to be back. I love Brevard, and, White Squirrel Country. Feels great.
Perfect. It is great to see you again.
So good to see you. Thank you.
Now, I believe the last time you were here, it was the red carpet premiere of Rosebud Lane up at Coed Cinema.
right across the street. Brings back memories. I've got a couple of beautiful photographs, actually, that someone took for me of the marquee and a couple people walking in. It says sold out. Really, really good memories, and that was a special night.
It sure was. I got to catch one of those premieres, and now I just wanted to refresh people's memory. Now, can you let people know where Rosebud Lane was recorded?
Yep, we shot Rosebud Lane in Hendersonville and Brevard. The film opens and closes. The story begins and ends, I should say, in Los Angeles. But the bulk of the story was written to take place in small town Hendersonville, which I'm sure you know. And then my producer, Tammy Hopkins, who I teamed up with early on in the development phase, my North Carolina producer, found most of our locations in Brevard where she had relationships, so that worked out well for us. But technically the film is set in Hendersonville, but for Brevard locals, I'm sure you notice a lot of locations and a lot of the terrain. So yeah,
it was great to watch.
Stands out.
Now, the soundtrack that I mentioned earlier was written primarily by Mike Moore of Gypsy and Me.
Mike Moore and Cassandra, and they're getting married soon, so pretty soon they'll be Mike and Cassandra Moore.
Oh, wow.
Dear friends. We met here just happenstance, several months before we started shooting, and we hit it off and started talking about a collaboration, and lo and behold, everything just fell into place, and they really delivered. Mike is just a huge talent, and wrote the score for the picture, and three Gypsy and Me songs, original songs. As Sweet as It Gets was written for the picture, which is really special.
It sure is.
It's really come to have a real profound meaning for me and my mother. Actually, my mother has taken it on as a real sweet, nostalgic reminder of her husband who passed away recently, and they had one of those great relationships, Terina, that Facebook has made possible, where they were high school sweethearts and then went their separate ways for different reasons, and both had 45, 50-year lives apart, and then divorce and life later, teamed up at their twilight years and had a beautiful romance. But we lost George Phoenix about a year ago, and that song now is my mom's theme song for her nostalgic memories of George, and she's reached out to Mike to let him know how serendipitous it is that he wrote that song and that it means so much to her.
Wow.
So that's been just a nice bonus among many bonuses, yourself included. All the friends and the relationships that come out of collaborating when you put your best foot forward and do something artistic. A lot of fruit falls from the trees. So.
It sure does. Now, speaking of fruit falling, now your film has been winning a lot of awards, I understand.
Yeah, I wish I could say we've won even more, but we have won best film at 3 different festivals, and Tryon International Film Festival, where we are going to open their festival tomorrow, which is a very nice honor. Yeah, there's a big party tonight at the festival, and then we kick off things tomorrow at noon in Tryon. That's our 13th festival acceptance, so that's been a nice, very nice feather in our cap for our distribution companies to be able to promote and talk up the picture. But yeah, we did win best film at 3 of them. Tess Harper has been acknowledged as best supporting actress, which was very, very gratifying. Would have loved for my leading man and my leading lady, Brad Abrell and Tyne Steckline, to be singled out, but it's awards, it's subjective. You don't know what goes into acknowledging certain artists, but very proud of the whole cast and everyone involved.
Yeah, it is a great movie.
Thank you.
So what is next for Rosebud Lane?
Tryon will most likely be our last film festival. I'll be surprised if any others. The film festival world basically it has a specific kind of guideline that they like to use, and once films do achieve a distribution deal, there's not really much left for festivals to do with the film, because oftentimes that's what the festivals are for, right? To showcase the film and to get distribution. But of course, once a film is available and streaming, then the film festival loses the exclusivity, which they covet. Right?
I get it.
It's like you see it at a festival, and it's the only place you could see it. But once the film is released, and we will be released soon, definitely by the end of this year, hoping even sooner, most likely Amazon, but there's so many streaming platforms, we will be available on a variety of them.
Oh, good.
The big ones that everyone knows, Netflix and Hulu and Apple, those ones are kind of the next tier. You need to kind of work your way towards getting an offer from them, especially considering we're a drama, which is, believe it or not, the hardest to sell.
You're right.
Dramas are the hardest to sell, especially when you don't have a major star, a major name attached to the film, which we don't. So we're in that niche of art house indies.
Right.
But, our goal is still to end up on one of the big platforms like Netflix or Hulu. Amazon is obviously huge, but Amazon is more of a marketplace where the consumer makes the purchase or rental decision.
Wow.
Which for films that go straight to streaming, which once upon a time used to be called straight to video, right? When it was straight to video, a lot of films could still hold out hope that they would get a theatrical release where they would be on a big screen at your local Cineplex or your local theater.
Right.
That's really difficult to do now. So the Amazon marketplace serves as the new box office.
I got
right?
it.
Once upon a time, you could tell how a film was doing by the box office receipts. Now you can tell how it does on Amazon by how many people rent it or purchase it. And then you take those numbers, the distributor takes those numbers and tries to get you a deal with Netflix or Hulu, and that's the way the streaming world works.
Well, I think we've all learned something here today.
There you go.
Thank you.
Educational radio.
Wow. Okay. So how about yourself? What have you been up to lately, John?
So much. A lot of great things obviously happening with the film. I've got my next film written and getting it positioned where we can start to approach either private investors or a production company that would take it on. I'm moving past this. I've made back-to-back films at the $100,000 budget range, which is incredibly frugal, and skeleton crew. And $100,000 is a real accomplishment if you can make a full-length feature. And I've done that twice, so I need to get up into the bigger sandbox. So my next film is going to be positioned soon to attract hopefully the money that it takes to make it, and that can't really happen until Rosebud Lane is in the marketplace where I can point to it and show that it's finding some traction and getting an audience. So that's been taking a lot of my time, and I'm always acting and teaching acting back in Los Angeles, and some great acting jobs have come my way recently. So I've been pretty busy.
Oh, wow. So that sounds great. You got anything good on the horizon?
Yes, very excited to be working on a new Netflix show starring Jeff Daniels and Diane Lane and Lucy Liu. It's a new David E. Kelly show. I'm not sure what their release date is because we're still filming. Yeah. And yeah, very exciting. I'm playing a mayor. I'm playing the mayor of Atlanta, and it's if you were wondering where this mustache came from, this is my mayoral mustache.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm playing a really, really interesting, compelling character.
Okay, Mayor.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to seeing what comes up with this, and whenever the name of it is released, you'll let me know.
I will let you know, I promise.
All right, we'll share it with folks. Okay, so we've talked about all the awards that the Rosebud Lane has been winning, a little bit about the soundtrack, as well as Cassandra and Mike there. Distribution, is there anything we have missed?
Just as we spoke last time, just my eternal gratitude towards this community and the Appalachian region and Hendersonville, and just the warmth and the reception that we've gotten here in town. Really made the whole project so worthwhile. I wasn't surprised. I knew that was going to be the case, but nonetheless. When the circus comes to town, as I say, when the trucks are here and people are walking around and we create a little bit of chaos on the streets, you never know what's going to happen. But the whole process of making the film here in Brevard and Hendersonville was just insanely rewarding, and I really feel like this is another home for me when I come back. Oh, you're welcome anytime. Great. Well, I'll head over to Wind Down later and say hi to the ladies, and definitely stop into Creekside, because Creekside was so so great and generous and accommodating for us to shoot, because so many of the scenes were shot at Creekside Subs.
Right.
And they've got great grits, and I love grits. I'm a grits aholic.
I hear you there. I think I might be a gritsaholic too.
Yeah.
It works for me.
You can do so many things with them. They're a very flexible, agile food group.
Oh, goodness. Well, John Lacy, it has been great to have you in here today. Anything else you'd like to share with folks?
I just hope that people continue to support the film, and when we are streaming and available on your TV menu at home as you're searching for something to watch on a Friday night or a rainy Saturday afternoon. Rosebud Lane is a really special film. It's got themes that are very close to my heart. It's a father-son story. It's my love of the cinema.
Yes.
But really it was written for my grandmother, and a tribute to my mother and my grandmother, both strong-willed, independent, single moms who did everything the right way in terms of raising their children. And ultimately, I think the triumph of the Ginny character in Rosebud Lane was my way of really tipping my cap to those two women in my life, because single moms, they deserve a round of applause from all of us. It's a heavy lift.
They sure do. Let's give them an applause here.
Yeah.
It's there.
Wow. Standing O even. Standing
it sure
O.
was.
I'm impressed.
I do have a question. Will there be a sequel for Rosebud Lane?
That was a question that came at me a couple times in Q&As that we did for the film at screenings, and I was very surprised each time it was asked, because it never crossed my mind. And one day it hit me like a lightning bolt what the sequel actually would be, and I actually started writing it. Oh. So I am going to say to your question, yes.
Oh, wow.
But I do have another film I'm really focused on making right now, but I do have a sequel in mind for Rosebud Lane, and it's I won't give anything away, but it'll be good. I promise you that. It'll be a love story, kind of think whoop. Here we go. They're coming by.
That's Brevard's finest driving on by, folks.
In the world, in the land of like The Notebook, which is one of those romantic films that people love. That's kind of where my head is at. Bridges in Madison County, Notebook kind of vibe.
Got it.
Looking back on Ginny. So that's the thought right now, and the writing has begun. So thank you for asking.
Wow, thank you for sharing. That was great news. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, John Lacy, thank you so much for coming in today, and wish you all the best for this next Tryon Movie Festival, right?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Looking forward to it. We got David and Sarah Fashuk, my cinematographer, and his wife are going to be attending, and Mike and Cassandra and Tammy, of course. So, we're going to have a nice showing tomorrow, and we'll do a Q&A panel afterwards and answer some questions. And who knows, maybe someone will hit me with the sequel question again, because I swear to you, Terina, I never thought about it, but now that the wheels are spinning, it's going to be fun.
We like it a lot.
Oh, it's going to be good.
It will be. All right, John, you have a great day and enjoy this October.
Yeah, will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go ahead now and feature another one by Gypsy and Me. This is from their album Get Busy Livin', Mountain Life.
Sometimes we can't leave 'cause the roads don't get plowed, and without four-wheel drive we're just stuck at the house. But it ain't no bad being stuck somewhere nice. Now 3,000 feet, this is my mountain life. Yeah, it might sound plain crazy to wanna live here. 10 miles from town, gas stations and beer. When everything closes early Friday night, I'll be here at the cabin loving my mountain life. 'Cause here in these woods, distractions lay low, and everything that's important's right out my window. Ever since we moved here, everything has found right. That's why I would never trade nothing straight up Blue Ridge to the Great Smoky Mountain. From the Cherokee foothills to the Chattooga mouth. When trees and the water are all that's in sight, it don't get much better than this mountain life. Oh, 'cause here in these woods, distractions lay low, and everything that's important's right out my window. Ever since they moved here, everything has felt right. That's why I would never trade nothing for my mountain life. Distractions lay low, and everything that's important's right out my window. Ever since we moved here, everything has felt right. That's why I would never trade nothing for my mountain life. No, I'd never trade nothing for my mountain life. No, I'd never trade nothing for my mountain life.
Keeping it local, Brevard's very own Q102 FM.